Hey guys, Joshua32 here, coming at you with some Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 gameplay. You guys are watching some footage of the last moments of the game that I played last night up against the crazy mode Sasquatch in boss mode. One little tip that I will give you is do not play as the Electrocitron. I thought he might be a good character to play with, but for the most part, he wasn't as effective as I was really hoping for. And man, after almost 30 minutes of gameplay, my finger was tired. Maybe I should have used the charge shot a little bit more. Maybe I could have used a different character. I probably should have stuck with either the Frozen Citron or the Toxic Citron, but because my other friend here wanted to be the Toxic Citron, I decided to go with a different type of Citron. And I was also trying to be a little bit frugal with my experience here, not use a Mastered Citron, so I decided to go with the Electric Citron. And in the end, if you can't avoid it, don't be him. Be somebody else. He was effective enough to get us through this level, but I would say he's probably not the best choice. However, that's not really what I wanted to talk about in this episode. What I really wanted to talk about is somebody actually requested that I give my opinion on the leaked information about the new characters that are coming out in the Trial of Nomus DLC. Those two characters are the Torchwood and the Hover Goat 3000. Now, I wanted to go over why I do like these characters and what I don't like about these characters, both from a game balance standpoint and a whole how do these characters feel from a cosmetic standpoint and everything like that. I'm gonna start with the Torchwood, and when I look at the abilities that the Torchwood has available, along with the amount of health that he has, I'm hard-pressed to understand why they would go with a character like that. They made him a very strong tank and a very bulky tank. It makes me wonder, where exactly is there room for a character like the Citron when you have the Torchwood? Is the Citron going to be pretty much obsolete after that? Is he not going to be worth playing? Maybe if this character was something that was pretty rare, but after a while, once everybody gets past the time gate and everybody has the Torchwood, I find it hard to believe that it's going to be balanced with the other characters that are available for the plants. As far as a cosmetic standpoint, I also find it kind of weird that they went with the Torchwood, which was just a miniature version of a boss that they already had out when they were already showing concept drawings weeks before this with the Mushroom Man. I'm sure some of you've probably seen that Mushroom Man before in the past. It didn't make very much sense to me, in my opinion, at least. When you have such good concepts that are available already, why rip off something that you've already used before? However, that isn't anything that's going to stop me from enjoying that character, so long as that character is balanced. The Hovergoat 3000. Now, I've seen a lot of people criticize this character for not even being a zombie, and just kind of one of those things where it's like they took the idea of goats being in the game and took it a little too far by making it its entire class. I'm not exactly in that boat, although I do understand where some people are coming from when they say if you wanted to make a support character, then you could have made it a wizard class or something similar to that. They have a lot of things, a lot of other games with a lot of other assets to borrow from, and they didn't do that. This might have been a misstep. Ultimately, though, I don't think it's that bad of a deal. I am a little concerned also about the Hovergoat 3000's level of health. He's at 125, I believe, when he probably should only be at 100 health, like every other support character that's around. The idea of him being able to buff someone's damage is also a little worrying, because that could be a little that can be pretty hard to handle. So I'm hoping that that doesn't ruin the game either. But I have faith in the PopCap team. I know that they will support the game further even after these characters have been released. So if they do become overpowered, especially as everyone starts unlocking them, and you're gonna see a lot of these characters when they first come out. And I have a feeling that they'll balance the game and find them a place of their own home. I do believe that the zombie character, the goat, mechanically speaking anyways, has a better place than the Torchwood does. I think he will be able to be fit into the classes of characters a lot better than the Torchwood. Torchwood, I feel like he's just a direct upgrade. Some people I've seen argue that the zombies team has more than one tank-like character. Why can't the plant team? They compare Super Brains and the All-Star together. The thing is, Super Brains and All-Star's abilities and tool set, weapon set, I guess you can call it, are completely different from one another. If you look at the abilities that the Torchwood has been given, he's very similar with the shield and everything. Like even the shield, even if you just compared the two shields, right? Shield that works just from the front, or a shield that covers you completely. That is the thing that worries me the most in this next update. But I gotta be honest, if it wasn't for the viewer that asked me to give my opinion on this, you probably wouldn't be hearing anything from me. I mostly try to keep my opinions to myself, or at least sometimes not even form opinions about just rumors like this until we get some actual official response from the developers. The words of hackers and the videos from hackers don't really hold much weight with me. I'm not saying that they're wrong or that they're lying or making this up. Just reserve judgment. That's usually what I do. I reserve judgment until I see it for myself or somebody says something from PopCap. And none of that's happened yet, so for me, I'm going to wait until I get to see it for myself before I make any final decisions on how I actually feel about this. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, drop a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. I do videos like this every week. So until next time, I'll catch you later.